Return of the big dog.
Here it is.
Return of the big dog.
Come on.
Return of the big dog.
Oh my God.
WTF! WTF!
Yay! I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. A place where no one follows me. I walk alone. Yes, slap my tatty bojangles, call me Gertrude, because that was the single best episode of WWE Raw in the 3 long pissing years since I've started doing these WTF Moments videos. Woo! It had everything, everybody. It had crying, it had laughter, it had drama, it had emotion, it had great professional wrestling, it had Otis Dozovich calling the Ascension dicks, and to top it all off, and never mind about Roman Reigns' fantastic announcement, it had big bloody blue Dave Batista coming back and pissing right in Ric Flair's face. My God. Wow. Roman Reigns, you are my hero. Hang on a second there, everybody. Roman Reigns walks out at the top of a WWE ramp and there's no Michael Cole to scream, "The big dog!" It's the only reason most of us tuned in. It's the only time in the history of every single thing that's ever happened on this lovely planet that we want to hear Michael Cole speak, and Michael Cole is off somewhere, probably, working the stick with JBL or something. The stick is a microphone. They are doing an interview. The big dog meets the bigger dog! David Arquette is the bigger dog in question, and I only call him the bigger dog because these days he is wrestling just because he's sick of people taking the piss out of his WCW World Heavyweight Championship reign. He wants respect back. He's got my respect back, so good on you, Dave. I love you, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, we miss you. I hate my job sometimes. This morning I want to come into the office, plop my fat ass down, crack open a Strongbow Dark Fruits, and cry at the joy Roman Reigns was inevitably going to bring. However, when the big dog claimed there's no other fan base like the WWE fans, I immediately thought of Star Wars. We give WWE such a hard time just because we love it so much, and I hear through the grapevine Star Wars fans do the same thing with those movies. And what's more, we're all virgins while doing it. And then Roman claimed that so many people have prayed for him over the past few months that God's voicemail is full. What is this, Roman? The Stone Ages? Everybody knows that God replies via email these days, and he does it really quickly. Whoa, 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 wrestling fans in Atlanta, Georgia, when Roman Reigns goes, "The big dog is back," you do not go, "Oh, oh, oh, oh." He isn't Titus O'Neil. He isn't Road Dogg. He isn't even Rick Steiner. He's better than all of those dogs put together. He's Roman Reigns. He's a good lad, and he's the big dog. So do that and reply to him.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
So Seth Rollins comes out to pat the big dog on the head, and Renee, you say this feels good? That's your husband's long-term rival, for Christ's sake, man, Renee. You should hate that man. Your own pissing husband, Dean Ambrose, he went way too far back in the day when he claimed that Roman Reigns got leukemia in the first place due to the things that he, Seth Rollins, the man you should hate, and Roman Reigns got up to while they were in the Shield, while they were being all one direction and living while they were young. The things they must have got up to, Renee, and you're condoning it. Shocking. Maggle, 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 maggle. Aleister Black made his debut last week on WWE Raw. Who the hell was that at the Royal Rumble then, Maggle? Snoop Doggy Dogg can do many, many things, but woo is not one of them. Neither can I. He sounded like an asthmatic lawnmower, and you can achieve such greatness by rolling a fatty like that pimp daddy and lighting up that blunt, because wooing ain't easy. Ha ha. She did it again, everybody. I don't know why, but she did it again. It's obvious what's happening here. WWE looked at the rip-roaring success that was Emelina, thought themselves, ooh, 17 weeks of that absolute bollocks. It worked wonders, didn't it? Let's do it again with Lacey Evans. Just about another 4 months to go then. So first of all, we have Dean Ambrose challenging Drew McIntyre to a no disqualification match when we live in this lovely brand new era where a better version of the Shield, big baldy bastard Baron Corbin, crackless Bob and medium Drew, are tearing bare folk new arseholes when they can. But despite that, Dean Ambrose is going straight in there with no swimwear on whatsoever. What a crazy bastard, eh? And then we have Kevin Dunn. Dun, 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 dun. So Dean entered last night's Raw to a babyface babyface reaction because over the last few weeks, he's proven he's all kinds of wacky again, and he's forgotten that he morphed into a massive Tory bellend for some reason. And because of that, Big Kevin Dunn and the production team in WWE got rid of Dean Ambrose's heel theme. You know, the one with the sirens and whatnot. Ooh, wacky. Dean does more wacky babyface things in the ring, yet Kevin Dunn sees fit to play him back out of the arena using his heel theme. And to me, that just felt like Dean Ambrose's run from late October onwards. Completely wrong. A security guard at a WWE event actually doing their job and trying to stop a suspended woman from getting in the ring. After what we saw at Elimination Chamber, I guess we have to grab all of our animals and place them on a lovely yacht. Ark.
The end is nigh, the end is nigh, time to run away, the end is nigh.
But as for Becky, she's been told that if she turns up to work once again, she's going to be arrested for criminal trespassing or something. And I know that she's out of that WrestleMania 35 main event and she's got nothing to lose, but let me tell you, being free is a lot better than being in jail. The first 7 days, man, 23-1, it's a killer. And now it's time for this.
Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Wankety Wank, the bit of this video where you point out something that I've missed and then I put it in this video and give you credit because we're all wholesome human being boys now. Those men there, they are not Daryl Police. JT Killian's words, not mine. I don't live in Atlanta. Fit Finlay, you absolute boss man. So Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey is very angry at seeing Becky Lynch once again, so she starts throwing grown men here, there, and everywhere. And after that fine Charlotte Flair was given for what she did at Survivor Series, I really hope that Vince McMahon sees fit to take some of Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey's pocket money, because fair's fair. But after throwing 88 men straight into Rosette, Ronda comes face to face with Fit Finlay, who isn't having any of it, and Fit Finlay fights Ronda Rousey to the floor because you can't do that to Ireland or something like that. Ronda calls for Wrigley balls, she gets herself some lady balls. And then Lady Balls claims that she has just seen Becky Lynch being loaded into the back of a police car because she's been arrested. And I can't have been the one thinking, what the hell was that police car doing in gorilla position? That's the only place it could have been for Lady Balls to answer Ronda Rousey's call in the time that she did. And I'm starting to think that what Lady Balls thought she saw didn't actually happen because Lady Balls, that thing there, that is not a real police car. You're tripping balls, pal. You're off your nut. You're tripping. Serious Lady Balls. So then Ronda's all like to Lady Balls, how? You go and tell your dad, get Becky Lynch back in that main event at WrestleMania 35 because I want to cut her hair off and rub my feet with it. Or something. And then for some reason, Lady Balls replies to that, it's just not that easy. I don't know if you remember, but just a few weeks ago, Vince McMahon stood there on the stage on Raw and said, well, the Royal Rumble doesn't count, you Jezebel. You're out the WrestleMania 35 main event. It is easy. And you can add Vince McMahon versus Bret Hart to the long list of rivalries WWE are doing once again with Becky Lynch because Stephanie stood there and said, Vince didn't do this to Becky. Becky did this to Becky. That's right. Beck screwed Bret. That last bit was mine and it's really good. This right here is the last time I mention this thing because it's clearly more of a lie than Byron Saxton's life. You the fans, you're the authority, your voices will be heard. In a sea of triple threat chance, Lady Balls has to castrate an entire arena at one go. When she goes, Ronda, it's a hard no. What a no good lying bitch. I'm not your worker, I'm Ronda Rousey, your Raw Women's Champion. How man, Ronda? Nobody's WWE's worker, man. They're all independent contractors with zero health benefits. That's so smarky, I want to crawl into a hole and die. Stop making yourself to be harder than you actually are, pal, you sandy-haired douche. This must mean I'm the Raw Women's Champion now. Ha 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 ha. You know it, I know it. That's exactly what she was thinking. Actress in a reality series. I thought these reality series were real. First the Tooth Fairy, then Santa Claus, then professional wrestling, and now Total Divas. For Christ's sake, man. I sat there and watched Lana shot put a brick through a car window. I watched Naomi shoot Hurricane Rana and Uso, and now I'm being told that wasn't real. I don't know how many more times I can go through this. So Alexa Bliss appears and says if the McMahons are looking for someone they can rely on to replace Ronda Rousey in the WrestleMania 35 main event, they should go to her. That's a funny thing to say when the McMahons are supposed to have pulled you out of a match on last week's Raw against Ronda Rousey in favour of putting Ruby Riott in there because they think Ruby Riott's a better wrestler than you. That would tell me, Alexa, they can't rely on you. So, if you show me your abs, I'll show you my... Ooh. What your boy Finn Balor didn't know is that Alexa Bliss was going to say, I'll show you my pig, because Vince McMahon, he saw that thing, he went cock-a-hoop because he was like, oh, look at all that big pork. Is Alexa Bliss and McMahon now? How the hell can she sit there and say, how, lads, your match is right now? That's Lady Balls' line. So rest in peace, Alexa. I'm sure you and Larry Steve will make a lovely bacon sandwich that Lady Balls will suckle on with great joy.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Here's a direct quote from Renee Young during that Finn Bálor versus Lio Rush matchup. Finn's doing whatever it can take to change the tides off this matchup. Lio Rush has just been in total demand. And next up we have Dean Ambrose doing the most wacky but also fantastic Chris Jericho / Seth Rollins / anybody else who has had 2 belts at one time in WWE impression. He was wearing 2 belts on last night's show. Weird, you're probably thinking at first, but no, he knew there was no disqualification match coming up. He knew he was going to use a belt as a weapon. He put a second one on to keep his trousers up. Sound thinking.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Dean Ambrose goes to hit Drew McIntyre with the belt. It's all tickety-boo. Drew McIntyre goes to hit Dean Ambrose with a belt. Oh no, somebody's got to call this. Oh. So Renee, you're doing a heel commentary routine for a babyface who Kevin Dunn and the people backstage, judging by the music we heard earlier, still thinks is a heel. Headache. I have one. Here we go again, everybody, for the first few weeks of Dean Ambrose's heel turn last year, whenever his wifey, Renee, was asked, why did he do it, Dean? Why did he do it? She had no idea. It took way too long for the people writing those scripts on WWE Raw to realise she could just go, how? He's my husband. It's none of your business unless you're paying us lots of money to appear on Total Divas. Now, we are back on that massive awkward horse once again because Renee, on last night's Raw, is saying she has no idea what Dean Ambrose is going through, what he's thinking, and over the past few weeks, he's clearly losing his mind. And I wish they would just get divorced because not talking to each other while you're in a relationship isn't healthy. Apparently, I read that in a book. I wouldn't know otherwise. Ha ha! And now it's time for this again.
Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank.
Renee Young, rap music, Atlanta, Wu-Tang Clan. Jeremy Beadle thinks that's wrong, and I can't disagree with him. Braun Strowman should not be standing there looking like that, cheering on the McMahons. That Braun Strowman needs put in the nearest bin now. Nice big hug for Triple H. Turns his back on Lady Balls. Whoa, what's gone on there? I'm a hack, so I'll make something up. Stephanie stole his hair. And of course, it was very nice of WWE to invite Ric Flair's own biological daughter and WWE superstar Charlotte Flair to Ric Flair's 70th birthday bash. Oh no, wait, they didn't. And we end with the moment that Xavier Woods clearly knew was going to happen bare time ago because, yeah, I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. Dave Batista pisses right in Ric Flair's face. I can't believe Ric Flair, at 70 years of age, not too long after what happened, is being dragged on the floor on WWE Raw. Kudos to you, Rick. But the signs were there for Dave. He's wearing blue twice. Whoa. So that's it for the WTF moments from last night's Raw, the single best episode of Raw that I have covered doing these WTF moments over the past 3 and a bit years. Aye, good, lovely, bye. Follow me on Twitter at RossOnWrestling, pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. But most importantly of all, subscribe to this YouTube channel and then follow us everywhere we have the things, okay?